After centuries of conflict on the ocean world of Juvia, the leaders of the 7 great pirate fleets have laid down their swords and joined under a banner of peace that would see all nations liberated of wars and move together into an era of enlightenment. 128 years have passed since the formation of the Unity Accord. The disparate fleets of pirates, mercenaries, and regional authorities have consolidated into a single navy whose mission is to keep safe the waters of Juvia while expanding peace and security to ever more nations who would join the Accord. Gone are the endless days of warfare left behind in the era of strife. Now is the era of enlightenment, where knowledge, goods, and curious travelers can make their way in safety to wherever the wind may blow. Yet still there remain forces who would see a return to the old ways, moving in the shadows, biding their time. Time that has almost reached fruition. Join us, listener, in the world of Juvia. The World of Juvia is a fantasy role-playing podcast where I, Scotty, act as your story master and supporting characters, while she,
Zephyrine,
acts as your lens into this story. Juvia is a world dominated by oceans, hundreds of islands, and thousands of cultures to explore. While there are many rules in this game, they all come second to the rule of cool. This is Episode 1, Beginnings. And before we begin, there's a few fun facts about this world that I want Zephyrine and you, the listener, to know. Things to keep in mind. This world is dominated by humans. Boo, boring. Too bad. Okay, there are 7 primary zones of climate. Now, imagine you're looking at a big ball of ocean from space. You got this big circle, and then just draw lines from left to right, bisecting slices laterally of this sphere. Those are how these different bands, as they're called, BANDS, the various climate bands. We have, for example, the tropical band, the ice band, the storm band. Do planets work like this? No, but this is called fantasy, and it's meant to be unrealistic. Magic in this world is exceedingly rare for 2 reasons. 1, those born with the ability to use magic themselves are very uncommon, and 2, this is a saltwater world. Those who have the ability to use magic sink like a hammer in the ocean. This leads to their catchy fun nickname, Hammers. There are some magical underpinnings of society. There is a banking system. If somebody writes in one of the unified bank's ledgers that money has gone in or come out, it populates to all other bank ledgers in the world instantly. Don't think about it, it just works. There is a weekly newspaper. It can be delivered by gulls to ships at sea. Don't worry about it, it just works. There is a giant library inside of a tree that is full of magic as technology. It just works. One other thing to consider, here's some fun names. Folk heroes are very popular at this point in history. Fun names you might hear include the Golden Seven, Admiral Tucci, the White Rabbit, Flamewake Phillips. And the rest we'll figure out as it happens. In the introduction, we said we were in the year 128 of the era of Enlightenment. We'll just say the year 128 from here on out. However, that was a lie, because I want to take you back in time to the year 123, to the ice band, and a small island by the name of Boreas, where we will meet our main character on assignment, amidst a reported civil war. Upon arriving on the island, our main character, an investigative journalist, found that reports of open conflict were greatly exaggerated. In fact, no one she's talked to here seems to know anything about it, making this even more curious as she stands atop one of the high plateaus on this cold island. she sees a massive naval warship approaching.
Do I have anybody with me? Or am I alone?
There are several local populace helping you scout. You're up on this high plateau to get a better view.
Okay, yeah.
See the lay of the land. They're pointing out other villages. Maybe you can check with them, but also giving you a good look is like there were reports in the paper.
Okay.
That armies were forming here. There was a breakdown of basic society in the streets. It was popping off.
Okay, and there's nothing here.
You have found zero evidence of this.
Okay. Well, this definitely doesn't line up. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Pull out my paper. Who wrote this?
Your friend and mine, Sam Smorkel. No, it's a writer you've never heard of.
I have no idea who this person is, and that's not normal. What are they doing here? Did you call the Navy? Who?
Speaking to one of the, let's just say, an artisan.
Sure.
Exceptional purveyor of basketry.
Lovely.
This person looks out in the direction you're looking and is a little startled. No.
Oh, of course not. Well, shove the paper back into my satchel. I guess I better get down there. Whomever wrote this obviously got their facts wrong. I don't even know who this person is. I'll go. All right. I just turn around and start walking down towards, like, the pathway down towards the shoreline.
Sure. The general vibe of this group of people you're walking with is growing much more anxious. And there's murmurings of people, like, asking questions, and you can tell that there's a little bit of anxiety in the voices. Nothing rising to, like, a panic, but this clearly is turning into a thing.
Yeah.
And involving these people in their home.
Yeah. Just try to calm down. It's going to be okay. There was obviously a mix-up in the paper, and this doesn't usually happen, but it is known to happen. So I'll go talk to somebody. I probably know somebody on this ship. We'll take care of this. So it's going to be okay. Obviously there's no war. There's no war between your people. So there's nothing to worry about.
This seems to initially mildly ease the fears, but the longer you walk, you can just tell there's now quiet anxiety in the group. It takes you about 25 minutes to descend from this plateau and then walk your way back to the edge of the island. You're pretty close to basically their primary port.
Sure.
It's fairly sizable for an island in this inclement region. There might be, 30, 40 structures in this dock area, and then a town of about 300 or 400 people sort of scattered up into the hillsides. Nobody lives up on the plateaus because the winds are very strong through here, and it would just blow things off. But you've got a population in this part of the island of probably about 500 to 700 on average, and then another 100 or so, 100, 150 people that might be staying in port at any given time. A small to medium-sized port.
Okay.
By the time you reach the town, it looks like that Navy ship had already disgorged everyone on the ship. This town is now 20% Navy personnel.
As I get into the town, I'm just shocked. What is going on? I go to who looks like they would be in charge of one of these units. Do I see anybody?
Give me a roll for perception. We'll say you're pretty perceptive, so we'll give you a +4 to that. So
19.
You got expertise. 19, very good. Yes, you definitely pick out one officer with an ostentatious hat. But as you approach, he looks young. You'd put this guy at 19?
Oh, my. Okay. Walk up. Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am, step back.
I
Please.
am looking for whomever is in charge of this ship.
I am in charge.
Oh, I don't believe we've ever met.
Lieutenant Phillipson, he stands a little more erect. This guy's uniform is put together with the level of care that someone who loves their hair would put their hair together for a very special evening.
Okay. I extend my hand. Ava Horologium.
You can tell there's a twitch of him wanting to reach out and meet your hand, but he catches himself and sort of steadies himself and again says, "Ma'am, I do need you to step back, please. This is a Navy operation."
And I am here investigating the claims of a civil war that is not here. And now you've shown up. And I am here under contract. So you and I are having a conversation, sir. And I extend my hand further.
He looks like, you can tell this guy is new.
Oh, gosh, yes. He's 12.
He doesn't quite know what to do when somebody doesn't just do what he says.
Mm-hmm.
So he becomes flustered.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks around and he points to a group of sailors that are under arms. He calls them over. You two, come here. Can you please get this woman and the crowd back? Ma'am, it's for your own safety. And he turns around. He doesn't go anywhere. He just turns around.
I step toward him one step. Excuse me, I am here under contract for investigating a civil war that is not here, and you have shown up. I am reporting every single moment of this. It would be in your best interest to engage conversation with me now before I just write this as it is happening. And may I remind you that I am under many contracts with the people who sign your paycheck.
He whips around and utters one strong word. Ma'am. What follows is a near blinding light, an ear-cracking boom, as this flash of light comes from the direction of the sea. As you have just about that much time to process those inputs, a concussive wave of air, force, and heat hits you, knocks you to the ground hard, as well as almost everybody else. There is debris everywhere.
Am I knocked out?
No. Your ears are really ringing.
So, Navy and citizen.
Everybody.
I look out in the direction. Can I see anything yet, or am I still like half blind?
You can see. You're just a little wobbly because of
Okay.
the inner ear.
Can I push myself up, at least to sitting?
Yes.
Is that guy still there?
He is laying on the ground next to you.
Okay.
Large piece of wood has gone through his body.
Okay, I'm not getting any answers out of him now. Are any of them conscious?
Most people appear to be stirring or stunned in some way. Some
Okay.
people do look like they're just laying there. It wouldn't be obvious if they were alive or dead.
Okay.
It's just everybody just got knocked over.
Okay, I look out and see as far out on the horizon as I can see. What do I see in the direction of the water?
You see what looks like a large warship breaking into and succumbing to the waves.
Was it the ship that they came in on?
It looks like it.
All right, I look around. Okay, now we're in softness zone. Like I have to look to see where we are. So the guy is dead. There's no way around it. The citizens that were with me. Is there any wounded, dead? Where are we at? What's happening with the people?
You got some small scratches, a bump on the head, twisted ankles, mostly topical wounds, or the most common thing is people are just stunned. They're wobbly.
Okay.
Your friend with the board sticking through him is appearing to stir.
Oh, you're alive. Oh my God. All right. So I look around. Is there what would look like, either hospital, medical space, healer? Is there any kind of like first responders on this island that are coming in? Is anybody taking action, or are they all just bumpkins?
Everybody is moving somewhere at this point. Maybe 15 seconds have gone by, 20 seconds. People are getting up. People are moving. People are checking on each other. Anybody that's bleeding, somebody's identifying it. They're trying to help them, put some pressure on it, or all that kind of stuff. Aid and litter is happening.
All right.
But slowly in an uncoordinated way.
Sure. So I take my coat off, and I walk over and I start putting pressure on this guy's wound, and I look him in the face. You want to talk to me now?
His eyes are just rolling.
Why were you here? I need you to tell me why you were here.
He weakly reaches up and sort of paws at your arm, trying to get purchase. Almost like he's trying to pull himself up out of instinct. But he just doesn't have the core strength.
Right.
On account of the probably shredded abdominal muscles.
Right.
But he just sort of tugs at you a little bit and just almost looks through you. Rebels. It must have been the rebels. And then he's just very pale, and it looks like he might be going into shock.
So I hurry up and patch him as good as I can. And turning my head, I need medical assistance. Please, somebody. I look over at any of the Navy guys moving yet.
Yeah, there's... How can I describe this?
Bunch of children?
There's a lot of... You can tell the more experienced sailors are this isn't their first firefight. They're jumping on stuff. They're getting people up. They're trying to form ranks and stuff. Just trying to check on everything. It looks like there's a couple of more senior sailors. They're gathering people and pointing and giving direction to go and help the citizenry. There's some small fires that have started on the furthest out buildings towards the water. It looks like there's a bucket brigade forming. Some of the Navy guys and some of the local guys are working together to coordinate that. There's a lot of smoke.
Okay.
And what it looks like coming through the smoke, sort of think of an action movie where a car drives real fast through
No, I
smoke
see it already.
and it swirls.
Yeah, I see it already.
Yeah. There's sort of this, maybe 40 yards away in the direction of the water from you. There's a swirl of smoke and this dim light that is almost pushing the smoke away, walking very quickly in your direction. And it looks like an officer. Okay.
I still am just looking for somebody to make eye contact with me from the Navy that whom a supposed person in charge is dying.
Yep. This guy's got a tricorn with a cool feather sticking out of it.
Oh, boy.
He's in his Navy whites, his officer whites.
Oh, boy.
With navy blue trim and gold adornments.
Do I recognize him?
You do.
Okay.
You would recognize this as the executive officer of the Maiden in the Tower. The Maiden in the Tower is the hot new ship just launched by the Navy. This thing is the fastest ship that can carry 72 guns. This thing is a menace. But the Navy is pitching this ship as a ship that has the firepower to secure any kind of localized pirating of merchant vessels and can respond to things much faster than other ships, older ships that have that level of firepower.
Okay.
So this ship's pretty new.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is it here?
Fine question.
I don't like this guy already.
More to the point, you also know who the captain of this ship is.
Okay.
It is the current folk hero of the hour, the White Rabbit.
Okay. But this isn't that guy.
This is the executive officer. This is
Okay.
Commander Phillips.
I thought you could say Peepers.
Nope.
Sorry. Okay, Commander Phillips.
Yep.
All right. I don't like that they're here. What are they doing?
He is just mad walking in your direction.
That's fine. I will wait.
You've met this guy before. You know that he just mad walks everywhere. That's
Okay.
sort of his
Stance.
attitude.
Sure.
Yeah. By and large, general all around. Little bit of bulk on the frame, but he's neither terribly muscular nor terribly fat. Average height. He has a very prominent dark mustache.
Okay, got it.
That'd be about it.
Crap. What was his name?
Just gruff. Commander Phillips.
Phillips. Got Peepers, and that's all I could think of now. All right, so he's mad walking towards me. I'm just gonna let him finish.
Okay.
I'm gonna save my strength.
He gets within a few steps of you, stops, and just sort of grimaces. Sort of turns his head over his shoulder. Medic! Looks down. Looks up, sees you, recognizes you. Walks up to you.
Okay.
Grabs you by your arm and pulls you up to be standing.
Okay. Am I hurt?
No.
Okay.
Just a little discombobulated. We'll
All
say.
right. Don't appreciate the manhandling?
I suppose you're here to write a story. Well, you want a story? There's your story. And he points out towards the water.
What do I see?
You see flaming wreckage of this ship.
The fancy one?
Mm-hmm. The only Navy ship.
What are you doing here? Who was that? There's no civil war here. What are you doing?
You're looking at the rebels.
Who are the rebels?
I think you and I have something to talk about.
Yes,
Missy,
we certainly do.
because rebels lured us here. Blew the damn ship out of the water.
Why here? Who? Yes, we need to talk. We need to talk. But this man needs medical aid now. And the citizens have been brought into something that wasn't them. So let's focus on that. Where do you want me to meet you and when?
He sort of surveys the surroundings. The entire damn crew was on shore except for the captain, so this thing will be buttoned up in about 90 minutes. Looks around, just points a finger just in a direction. Is that a bar?
What's left of it? Come on, let's go.
He looks further inland. Is that a bar?
Let's go check the first one. Come on, let's go.
All right, you make your way over there. It appears to be largely undamaged by the blast. Just some shutters were ripped off. Light roofing shingle issue, but by and large, the structure is still there. There's lots of people inside that took cover sort of in the wake of the explosion. Mm-hmm. And are kind of like, whoa, what do we do? So people are kind of like looking through the windows, wandering outside, just being like, what happened? But yeah, it's a bar. Right here, 90 minutes. You're going to get your damn story.
Let's hear it then.
And then he turns and walks off and starts coordinating, yelling for this, that, and the other thing. You publish your story. One that probably features your widest distribution of any story you've ever written. The death of the White Rabbit. Let's move back to present time. The year 128. You are 52 years old on the island of Noble Garden at the Great Library. What are you doing?
Having coffee.
Having coffee. And what's on your docket for today?
Researching some right now there's an influx of information coming in about different let's say not necessarily miscommunications but conflicting informations that I'm just kind of penning over to just see who's telling the truth and who's not. Also basing, looking at different, the different authors. So just, it's just normal day, we'll say. I've got
vet sources.
Yeah, vetting my sources and stuff like that. probably end up at the library at some point. Yeah, just having a nice sweet bread and coffee on a little bistro table by the ocean, doing my research, daydreaming about when I don't have to do it anymore.
Okay, so you're planning for retirement, is that right?
Forever. That is going to every single episode. What are you doing? Planning for retirement.
Okay. So I do have in my notes here, as we set up your character, you are in the process of winding down your professional career at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything interesting that has happened in the past 5 years would be you increasing your rates due to how well known you already were, but have since become a ubiquitous name with quality journalism. A great, I don't want to say capstone, but just another absolute gem in your catalog of your career. Commander Phillips, then lieutenant commander, then promoted to commander, given his own ship, has been involved in a lot of conflict and has sort of risen to this new folkloric hero state known, given the nickname as Flamewake Phillips. Someone you had stayed in touch with initially after the story ran 5 years ago, but communications have fallen off, which is fine. You have so many professional contacts to keep in touch with. The Unity Accord, we can just use the word the government as an analog for that. Sort of this larger world government continues their expansion efforts to provide additional security for additional trade routes, for additional currents that ships use for travel, for this, that, and the other thing, adding additional nations to the Accord. Things continue to grow. Things continue to be fairly prosperous for, people the world over. The Navy grows. The size of the Accord grows. You're 2 years away from a transition of power in the Accord to one of the 7 that sit on the council. The representative pirate nations that formed the Accord back in the year at the start of the era of Enlightenment basically agreed to a rotation of power every 10 years. The representative from each of the 7 clans, now basically 7 counselors at this point, they become the chief, that representative or that representative nation. Their counselor is the chief counselor, basically the tiebreaker for whatever, for 10 years, and then it passes to the next one, and then to the next one. So there's a rotation of power shared between these 7 governing nations that form the Accord. So you're 2 years out from that. You've got a few notes and things that you've squirreled away. You've probably put out a few stories looking into, what happened with past the transitions and blah, blah, blah. These are just things you do to make money. Not terribly interesting. So if you have any questions about other world events that have transpired, those are the big ones. Happy to answer any other questions.
Okay.
But you're largely focused on
Retiring,
finding other people to take over your mantle.
Yeah.
And having your coffee so that you can move where?
I would like to move to the tropical band.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in my travels, I'm going to grab from my previous knowledge of the world. Jaco is a traveling merchant, and he has fantastic silks, and he has amazing rum. And I want to live at the teat of that rum.
A swim-up beach in the Caribbean.
That's
or a swim-up bar. All beaches are swim-up. God!
Yes, that is exactly like just a hammock and a coconut and rum and fine silk and just write some fiction.
Fantastic.
As opposed to curating and covering world history.
Hard-hitting journalism.
Yes.
Time to write kids' books.
That's right.
Okay, great. Well, that's lovely. So, sitting on the beach right now, going over some notes, having coffee and a sweet roll.
I'm sitting at a cafe.
Sitting at a cafe on the beach.
On the beach.
Yes. Your mind already in the sand. And A gray tabby hops up on your table, licks its paw, and eyes your sweet roll.
Well, hello. Do you want to share this with me?
He ignores you entirely and sniffs the sweet roll intently.
Good kitty. And I grab like a chunk of it and set it off to the side near where the cat's at. And I take a bite.
Sniffs it, picks it up, drops it, picks it up, drops it, picks it up, drops it. Walks over closer to you, sort of tentatively looking for pets.
Oh, I offer a hand for sniffs, if wanted. Rub up and scritch.
Sniffs, does the head roll into the hand and moves closer so you can scratch the side of the body.
Yep.
And is now standing firmly on your notes.
Okay.
He's looking down, sniffing your notes.
You're not going to want to eat those. You don't know where that paper's been.
Mm-hmm. Are you willing to entertain this cat as long as the cat cares to?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Truer words have never been more earnestly spoken.
This is the highlight of my day. I thought it was the coffee. It is not.
Incredible. The cat just does cat stuff. Lets you scritch his butt, swishes around, sniffs around, paws around at things on the table.
Okay. I kind of take a cursory look. I've never seen this cat before, right?
No, but it's not uncommon for cats to be at the docks.
Right.
Or at the beach side, I should say.
Right. I just kind of look around to see, like, is there a water bowl set out? Like, is this a new cat to, like, the cafe I'm always at? Is this, like...
Yeah, you haven't seen this one before, but it's, there's usually a rotation every year.
Sure. Cats come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last... If the ship is empty but still crewed by a cat.
It is still crewed.
It is not abandoned.
Correct.
And can stay on contract. So.
Correct.
I get it. So.
Okay. Yeah. Some establishments like the cats around because they do rodent control, so they'll put out bowls of water.
Sure. Yeah.
Little bits of food scraps, as long as they don't attract flies. Others don't want cats around.
Sure.
They disturb the customers. This particular cafe is a little kinder to cats than other cafes, which is part of why you like this one, in addition to the view and proximity to the beach.
And the coffee.
And the coffee. And the sweet rolls.
Yeah.
They are their own bakery.
Lovely.
Lovely stuff. After a few minutes of pawing around and being silly, cat curls up on the table across from you.
Okay.
You continue to work?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me more specifically about what you're working on.
So I think and you can adjust this based on, facts of where you are with the world, because I know about as much as the listener right now. So I think what it is I would have I'd have a couple books from the library, multiple newspaper clippings, and the current paper. And what I'm doing is I am researching the validity between certain, we'll say, events and how people covered them in attempt to find the truth. Mm-hmm. Because this is and it's obscure. This isn't like a war. This isn't murder. This isn't like anything intense. It's just like something very trivial, but it's more along the lines of me figuring out how to find common threads, because I'm not going to retire for the next probably few years, like I'm going to assume like I'll probably stay on for a year and a half, 2 years. They keep trying to get 4 out of me, but I refuse. So
stand your ground.
But I understand that, my position to wind down will take time.
Right.
Especially because I'm not giving it my all.
Right.
So,
and you do have quite a robust network of income streams. You have retainers from a variety of publishing sources.
Right.
I'm
probably on book sales as well and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, yep. Royalties.
Yep. You have royalties. You have a retainer from the Great Library. Mm-hmm. You do some cataloging work of, this, that, and the other thing. But you have gotten to a point where they do pay you a retainer fee.
Yeah.
For some work. It's not much, but
Yeah.
it's more like curation work you do for their journalism section.
Yeah.
So it's a monthly thing. You've gotten it to the point. You're so good at this. You're so plugged in. It just takes you a couple hours a month. You pop in, you get a paycheck. You just make sure that things are current, things are correct, and this library has cataloged the important pieces of journalism that have come out over the course of the month.
Yeah.
Whether in scare quotes, the paper, the universally distributed paper, or from smaller publications or wherever.
Yeah.
Which is actually something of interest to you today, because on your books you do have a meeting with one of the directors of the Great Library, because you have not gotten your paycheck on time. From what you understand, there is a new director of appropriations, and this may have slipped through the cracks. So you have a meeting with this person, who is named Walton Smith.
Okay.
At 1:00 today.
Okay.
And that letter of appointment is in your stack of papers.
Okay.
As you are combing through.
All right. What time is it?
8:30 in the morning.
Oh gosh, I got all day.
All day.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing your job, but you might have your shoes kicked off mentally on that beach already. Mm-hmm. You're taking it easy. Mm-hmm. The cat persists.
That's great.
He smacks the little piece of sweet cake off the table and then lays back down.
What a great cat. Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh, cats are the best. So I go probably, put a couple stones on my papers, whatever, refill the coffee.
Yep. Where do you go to refill the coffee?
Just inside.
Just inside?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pop inside and you see behind the counter a face you've seen every morning for countless not every morning, but countless mornings for countless years, because you do travel a lot. This is Marcus. He owns the place. He runs it with his wife and his 2 daughters. The wrinkles in this man's face
they're perfect.
Tell a tale all their own.
Lovely.
But there are so many. He's maybe 15 years older than you.
Okay.
But there are so many because this man does not know how to not smile.
Great.
He's got, well-maintained facial hair with a 5 o'clock shadow filling in the rest because he's up early, works long hours. Mm-hmm. This is the baker. This is the source of the sweet rolls.
Lovely.
And he gives you a big wave, and with his other hand, he's already pulling up this hot carafe of coffee, anticipating you coming in for a refill.
Yep, and I'm smiling, and as he's moving, I'm moving my hand forward with the cup.
And he greets you. Good morning, back for another top-up.
Thank you.
How are you finding the rolls this morning?
Delicious.
That's great. I've had to switch to a new flour provider, and I was worried.
Oh.
It's a little tougher to work with, but... Well, I've got some experience working with flour.
Apparently, because I didn't even taste a difference.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. Are you keeping a new cat?
You know how we are here. They come, they go, they work, they get fed, they don't work, they find that there's suddenly no food in the bowl.
Have you come across the new gray one that's on the table out there?
Gray one. He kind of leans over, but he can't quite see.
Yeah.
No, I don't know of any gray ones. We did have a new calico come through, and we had a real bruiser that was not quite orange, but more of a tannish color, like a sand color that's almost orange, but not quite. He is as thick as a barrel. He works. He has a good work ethic. I like him.
I hope he sticks around then.
Oh, so do I. But a gray one, no. You might try asking the girls. Maybe they've seen something. But they're busy in the back. But they wouldn't mind it if you want to go talk to them.
I know how you guys are with the cats. That's okay. But I wouldn't mind going and saying hi.
Oh, yeah, please. The girls are in the back, all 3 of them.
Great. I make my way back.
Mm-hmm. And you pop back into the kitchen, and it is stiflingly hot.
Woo!
As always. But you see... a woman with an equal amount of cheer and creases in her face, as well as 2 women, let's put them in their early 20s. Both of them look like their dad.
Only 20, wow. Mm-hmm. And he's 15 years older than me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they started late.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's okay.
It is, but man, hard to relate.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Good morning.
All three look up, give you that same big smile that Marcus has, and I'll say in sort of staggered unison, "Good morning."
It's very warm in here already.
The younger daughter just like forearm wiping sweat off her brow
Oh.
and just nodding. "Oh yeah, that late summer heat'll get you."
You're going to deserve the beach after this. I hope you go.
"I will be swimming all day."
Wonderful. I was just curious. I said there's a new cat out there.
The other daughter looks up. "The buff one?"
No, a gray one.
The two daughters look at each other. Mom is hard at work, but listening. You know, she's kind of turned half towards you. The daughters kind of look at each other and like shrug.
Oh.
"No, I haven't. You? No? Oh, yeah, we haven't seen a gray one."
Oh, I guess a gray one blew in this morning. It's sitting on my table out there right now.
"Well, that would make sense. It was breezy last night."
Oh, everything's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Marcus's wife, Anna, looks
Okay.
up. "Honey, have you tried the sweet rolls?
I have.
You know Marcus is using a new flour. Did you taste a difference?"
No, I did not.
"Oh, he's good. You should tell him that."
I did.
Oh, that will have made his day.
Yeah, it is great.
Are you eating enough? You look skinny.
I'm pretty sure I am, but I will definitely have another one on the way out.
Well, that's good to hear. We're happy you still like him.
Oh, yes. Since childhood. This has been wonderful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, you enjoy your day, honey.
yeah, good. Don't work too hard, ladies. Enjoy the beach. I'll see you out there.
They all laugh at the "don't work too hard."
Yeah.
Like, ha!
Yeah. Well, cost of being great, I guess.
Well, something like that. You have yourself a good day.
You too. And I turn around.
Just a staggered unison of thanks.
Yep. And I make my way back out and
Looks like Marcus is busy with like helping like two different customers at
Yep.
the same time. He's like handing something over in exchange for money to one person while listening to the other person talk.
yeah. So I just walk back out
Mm-hmm.
with my new cup of coffee.
You walk out, the sun hits you, there's that gentle, salty breeze coming off. That's like that mix of like warm and cool at the same time. We're coming to the end of the summer. Noble Garden is in one of those bands or zones that just, it gets all four seasons. But none of them are ever too extreme.
Okay.
It's lovely. This is like Washington State on the coast.
Sure,
You get
yeah.
winter, but it's a little bit of snow. That's about it. You get summer, but it's never really too roasting if you get yourself like high enough up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovely.
just nice.
I love it. Okay.
And as you have this moment of also that little breeze causes the coffee to waft up and hit your nose, and oh, it's roasty and it smells so good. And just that little bit of chill on the air, but not enough to actually cause you to get goosebumps. You look at your table where you see the cat pulling a piece of paper out of your pile of papers, struggling against the rock, holding it down just as he liberates a piece of paper with his mouth.
What are you doing, buddy?
He slowly turns and looks at you, holding what you recognize from the seal you can see at this distance as your invitation to your meeting this afternoon. And he bolts. As the cat takes off into the city streets, this is where we will leave our adventure for now. We'll see you next time in pursuit of a cat.
Why are they so perfect?